Hello everyone, I am Greek Coder and in this video I will be doing a review of match 48 between DC and CSK. The last time these two teams met, it was CSK who won the match with the help of a magnificent century from Sanju Samson. Before the start of this match, both teams had same points from same matches and CSK were above DC based on their superior net run rate. Before going to the game, let's go to the team changes. So there were some injury concerns from CSK as before the start of this match, Ramkrishna Ghosh, who played the last match for them, was ruled out of the IPL due to a foot fracture. So going back to the match, so this match was played at the Arun Jaitley Stadium in Delhi and DC won the toss and decided to bat first. DC scored just 155 runs in the first innings and CSK chased down the total comfortably in 17.3 overs. Sanju Samson was again the player of the match for his unbeaten 87 from 52 deliveries to win the match for CSK. Now let's start with the playing 11 for the match. So for DC, there were two changes with Karun Nair coming in as the extra player as last time they played with only 11 players and Lungi Engidi also came back in place of Kyle Jamieson. So Samir Rizvi was the impact player and he came in for Karun Nair. For CSK also there were two changes with Akil Hossain coming in for Prashant Veer and Gurjapneet Singh came in for Ramakrishna Ghosh. So CSK didn't use the impact sub as they didn't require it. So now let's go through the overs of the match. So starting from the first innings, so Akil Hossain started the first over for CSK and from the first over itself there was some help for the spinners with some grip and turn for Akil Hossain. So Patum Nisanka started the over with a boundary of the first ball and also hit another boundary to finish the over with 8 runs. Then Mukesh Chaudhary was also hit for a 4 by KL Rahul and in the next over KL Rahul again hit a 4 to Akil Hossain to score 11 runs in those two overs. Then in the next over, Mukesh Chaudhary was hit for 4 and 6 by Patul Nisanka, but he made a good comeback by taking the wicket of Nisanka on the last ball of that over. Then Anshul Kamboj also bowled a good over, giving just 7 runs with Nitish Rana hitting one boundary. Then in the last over of the power play, Akil Hossain picked the important wicket of KL Rahul on the first ball of that over and gave only 1 run. DC finished the power play with just 37 runs on the board with the loss of 2 wickets. Then Anshul Kamboj came into the attack and he was hit for a 4 by Karun Nair to score 8 runs in the over. In the next over, Noor Ahmed was also hit for a boundary by Karun Nair, but he got the wicket of Karun Nair on the last ball of that over. Gurjapneet Singh bowled a decent over, giving away just 5 singles, and Noor Ahmed backed this over with the wicket of Nitish Rana in the next over. DC were struggling at 62 for 4 at the end of 10 overs. Then in the next over of Gurjapneet Singh, Noor Ahmed dropped a catch of Tristan Stubbs on the first ball of that over. Then Tristan Stubbs hit a 6 on the next delivery and in the same over Akshar Patel got out with DC losing their 5th wicket. Then at the end of the over, DC made the impact sub bringing in Samir Rizvi in place of Karun Nair. Then the next two overs went for just 8 runs with Akil Hossain and Mukesh Chaudhary giving just 4 singles each. Then Gurjapneet Singh was hit for a 6 by Tristan Stubbs in next over to score 10 runs in that over. Noor Ahmed was also hit for a 4 by Tristan Stubbs in the next over to again score 10 runs in the over. Then Mukesh Chaudhary came into the attack and he was hit for a 6 by Samir Rizvi in that over. Gurjapneet Singh then gave only 7 runs in the next over without giving away any boundary. Then Anshul Kamboj came into the attack and he was hit for 2 sixes by Samir Rizvi to score 14 runs in that over. In the 19th over, Jamie Overton came in to bowl his first over of the match and on the 4th ball of that over, the ball went very high up in the air and dropped just behind the non-striker end and mid-on. Jamie Overton didn't go for the catch as no he waited for the ball to fall and he thought that other fielder might take the catch. But on the next ball, he got the wicket of Tristan Stubbs and the over went for just 5 runs. Then in the last over, Anshul Kamboj was hit for 20 runs with Ashutosh Sharma hitting 2 sixes and Samir Rizvi also hitting 1 6 to finish the DC innings at 155 for 7. Now let's go to the second innings. So Mitchell Stark started the innings for DC with a decent over, giving away just 3 runs. There was a review by DC on the fifth ball of that over against Sanju Samson for an LBW, but DC lost the review as there was the inside edge. Then Akshar Patel came in to bowl the second over and he was hit for a six by Sanju Samson on the first ball of his over. Also in the same over, there were 5 wides with Akshar Patel bowling the ball down the leg side and KL Rahul not able to collect the ball. This over was a bit expensive as it went for 12 runs. Then Mitchell Stark continued his spell, giving 7 runs in the next over with Ruturaj Gaikwad hitting 1 boundary. Then in the next 2 overs, CSK scored only 4 runs with Lungi Engidi and Akshar Patel bowling good overs. Lungi also took the wicket of Ruturaj Gaikwad in the over and CSK lost their first wicket. CSK were scoring at a run rate below 6 as they were just 28 runs in the first 5 overs. Then in the next over, the last over of the power play, Urvil Patel brought the momentum back to CSK with 2 sixes on the last 2 balls to score 16 runs in that over. CSK finished the power play on 44 for 1. Then Akshar Patel again bowled a good over, taking the wicket of Urvil Patel on the third ball of that over, and Karthik Sharma started his innings with a 4 on the last ball of that over. Then Kuldeep Yadav came into the attack and he was hit for 6 by Sanju Samson to score 8 runs of that over. Then Natarajan also was hit for 2 fours on the last 2 balls of the next over by Sanju Samson. Then Kuldeep Yadav was again hit for another 6, but this time it was Karthik Sharma and the over went for 8 runs. At this stage, CSK were 74 for 2 and they needed 82 runs in the last 10 overs. Then Akshar Patel finished his spell with an excellent over, giving away just 4 singles. Then Kuldeep Yadav was hammered for 18 runs with Sanju Samson hitting 2 sixes and a 4, and then he took a single on the next ball to get to his 50. CSK now needed 60 runs from the last 8 overs. Then Mitchell Stark came into the attack and he was hit for 2 consecutive fours on the first 2 balls by Sanju Samson to score 9 runs. Then Lungi Engidi bowled an excellent over, giving away just 1 run, and CSK now needed 50 runs from the last 6 overs. Then Natarajan came into the attack and he was hammered for 20 runs with Sanju Samson hitting 2 sixes and a 4 to move to 77 runs. This over was expensive and it brought the equation down to a runner ball with CSK now needing 30 from last 5 overs. Then Lungi Engidi was hit for a 4 by Karthik Sharma and Sanju Samson also hit another 4 to score 12 runs in the over. Then Mitchell Stark came into the attack and he was hit for 4 by Karthik Sharma and the over went for 11 runs. Now CSK needed only 7 runs from the last 3 overs and Karthik Sharma finished the match with a 6 and a 4 of Natarajan in the 18th over. Now let's go to the scorecard of the match. So in the first innings, Patul Nisanka 19 from 15, KL Rahul 12 from 13, Nitish Rana 15 from 13, Karun Nair 13 from 13, Akshar Patel 2 from 6, Stubbs 38 from 31, Samir Rizvi not out on 40 from 24, Ashutosh Sharma 14 from 5, and Mitchell Stark not out on 0. In the bowling card, Akil Hossain 4 overs 1 for 19, Mukesh Chaudhary 4 overs 1 for 31, Anshul Kamboj 4 overs none for 49, Noor Ahmed 3 overs 2 for 22, Gurjapneet Singh 4 overs 1 for 29, and Jamie Overton single over 1 for 5. Now going to the second innings scorecard, Sanju Samson, the player of the match, not out on 87 from 52 with 7 fours and 6 sixes with a strike rate of 167. Ruturaj Gaikwad 6 from 13, Urvil Patel 17 from 9, and Karthik Sharma not out on 41 from 31. In the bowling card, Mitchell Stark 4 overs none for 30, Akshar Patel 4 overs 1 for 25, Lungi Engidi 4 overs 1 for 30, Kuldeep Yadav 3 overs none for 34, and Natarajan 2.3 overs none for 39. CSK finished with a total of 159 for 2 in 17.3 overs with a run rate of 9.09. There were 8 extras which included 1 leg by and 7 wides. Now let's go to the fall of wickets for the match. So for DC, Patul Nisanka lost his wicket to Mukesh Chaudhary with Dewal Brevis taking the catch in the 4th over. Then KL Rahul skied the ball up in the air of the bowling of Akil Hossain with Ruturaj Gaikwad taking the catch in the 6th over. Then Karun Nair lost his wicket to Noor Ahmed with Gurjapneet taking the catch. Nitish Rana also lost his wicket to Noor Ahmed with Karthik Sharma taking the catch. Then Akshar Patel got out to Gurjapneet Singh with Akil Hossain taking the catch. Tristan Stubbs was out in the 19th over of Jamie Overton with Mukesh Chaudhary taking the catch, and Ashutosh Sharma was run out by Ruturaj Gaikwad in the last over. For CSK, there were only 2 wickets to fall, and Ruturaj Gaikwad lost his wicket to Nungi Engidi with Samir Rizvi taking the catch, and Urvil Patel was out to Akshar Patel, stumped by KL Rahul in the 7th over. Now let's go to the top partnerships of the match. So for DC, the highest partnership was of 65 runs of 47 deliveries between Tristan Stubbs and Samir Rizvi. Stubbs made 30 from 25 and Rizvi made 33 from 22. Then the next highest partnership was the opening partnership of 29 from 24 between Nisanka and KL Rahul. For CSK, the highest partnership was the unbeaten partnership to finish the match between Sanju Samson and Karthik Sharma of 114 from 66 balls. Sanju made 72 from 35 and Karthik made 41 of 31. Now let's go to the graphs of the match. So in the worm graph, you can see both the worms were very close to each other till the 8th over. No, they had lost a couple of wickets in these 8 overs. And after the 8th over, both the worms started moving away from each other. Delhi worm kind of maintained their run rate throughout and they kind of jumped it at the end overs. But no, CSK attacked the DC bowlers and in this over, in the 10th over mark, and their run rate kind of jumped up earlier and they finished the chase in the 19th over. Now going to the run rate graph. So here also you can see both their run rates were hovering around at 7 runs per over mark. And DC kind of lost 5 wickets in the first 11 overs. So their run rate kind of dipped below the 6 run over mark. And after that, they kind of picked up their run rate to finish at a decent run rate of 7.75. So CSK also were hovering around at 7 runs per over mark at the end of the power play, and they kind of upped their run rate after the power play, and they knew the target they had in front, and the target was not that much high, so they were moving around with that required run rate, and they upped their run rate in the 10th to 12th over, and they finished the chase in the 19th over. Now let's go to the Manhattan graph. So we'll first go to the DC Manhattan. So for DC, you can see they didn't have many big overs. In the power play also, the highest over was of 10 runs. And then the next over, which went for about 10, was the 16th over, which went for 12. And there were 2 overs before that, which went for also 10 runs. No, but they didn't score that many runs in the first 14 overs. And they lost also 5 wickets during this period. But then they finished the innings on a high with a 20-run over on the last over. And also they had a 14-run over in the 18th over. So they had some good overs to finish the innings. But I think that score was not enough to win the match for them. Now let's go to the CSK Manhattan. So CSK also started poorly in the power play in the first 5 overs with only a 12-run over on the second over, and the other overs didn't go for not that many runs, but the 6th over changed the momentum for them, and that over went for 16 runs to finish the power play on 44 for 1. After the power play, they didn't have that many big overs. The next 5 overs were below 10 as no, they were not chasing a big total on the board. And after that, they had some big overs of 18 and 20 to finish the chase for them. Now let's look at both the Manhattan side by side. So as you can see, both no the buildings were around almost around the similar heights. CSK had some no big buildings bigger than Delhi, and Delhi had only one big building in the last over, and this kind of no showed how the innings progressed as CSK had many big buildings from the start in the middle overs, so they chased down the total easily. Now going to the summary of the match. So DC again struggled with the bat, losing wickets up front and had to use an additional batter as an impact player. They had chased well in the last game against RR, but they struggled in this match and the pitch in Delhi is not helping them. They are not able to read the pitch correctly and are not sure how the pitch will behave. So there was some turn on this pitch from the first over of Akil Hussain, and DC had to bowl well to win the game. They started well with the ball, but as the total was not big enough, CSK played it smartly and kept wickets in hand and targeted the bowlers. Both Kuldeep and Natarajan were very expensive. CSK bowled well from the start, picking up regular wickets and forcing DC to utilize their impact sub with batting option. Then in the chase, they started with some caution, but then Sanju and Karthik batted well, forming a partnership to finish the match. They picked their bowlers to attack and played out the overs of the other bowlers. Both teams were having same points before the start of the match, and CSK moved ahead of DC after winning this match, and they increased the chances of qualifying for the playoffs. Now let's look at the points table. So CSK moved to the sixth position with 5 wins and 5 losses in 10 matches with 10 points and net run rate of 0.151. DC remained on seventh position with 4 wins with 8 points and net run rate of minus 0.949. Now let's look at the graphs. So in the points graph, you can see CSK moved to 10 points after winning this match and DC remained on 8 points after losing this match. Now let's go to the position graph. So after this match also, the table didn't change and all the teams maintained their same position. CSK remained at 6th position and DC also remained on the 7th position. So now we'll go to the playoff chance graph. So after winning this match, CSK chances to qualify in the top 4 have increased from 17% to around 27%, and DC chances have decreased from around 17% to 6%. So that's it in this video, and let me know your thoughts about this video in the comments, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.